What's up, guys? I am Doug DeMarco, and let's unbox some stuff, man. Alright, we have the Dungeon Crate. Dun dun dun. Alright, let's crack this open and see what we got this month. Ooh. On top, we got a print, so let's look at this. Kind of an octopus, kind of like Ursula from The Little Mermaid. It is an octopus mermaid. This is from Lauren Aileen Brown from Austin, Texas. Looks like she's a professional artist. Does some animation and video game work. So check her out. That's her information on the back right there, and her website. There's a nice blank space right here. I often wonder with everything, how everything is now, it'd probably be a logistical nightmare. But I wonder if you could do something like get 10% of the print run, kind of like signed by the artist. That would be neat. And it has, a nice space on the back for it, if you could swing that, but that's enough of me complaining. Alright. Let's see, right on top we have some... Okay, so these are the tombstones that I believe were missing from the last box, included in this one. Check those out. Just some nice little tombstones for some ambiance. And we also have another miniature, kind of like a die-cut miniature. This is a campfire. So you can see there, just a nice little campfire. I wish the orange wasn't, I don't know if this makes sense. I wish the orange wasn't so orange. I wish it was kind of opaque, but it's a campfire. It's fine. And this is a foldable tent. So the card doubles as actual terrain in itself. Looks like maybe like a little two-man pup tent. That's neat. And we have some miniatures. We got two miniatures. So the first one is a Stag from Wizards Deep Cuts. And these are molded beautifully. I mean, look at this. There's no way I could ever put paint on this to make it look as good as it does without paint. So it's crazy. And our next miniature is from the Bones Darkhaven line. It is an Atrox D8. Okay, I know what it is. Let's see if you can kind of see it in there. There we go. Yeah. So I believe this was from their Kickstarter some years ago, I think. I know there was a line of miniatures that were based on like the dies, where your D20s, your D6s, and so forth. This is a little D8 dude. And we have a business card from El Dungeon Dutels. Matt Senior. And that's a Signore. There's his, if that'll focus. There's his information. Maybe. There we go. That's better. Alright. And we have another advertisement from Dragons and Things. Sweet Jesus. So here they are. And they do a show on Twitch. Alright, and we have some stuff. So let's see. So we got 4 cards. So we have a ring. The adventures are underneath this. So this is Bink's Ring of Regeneration. That's kind of neat. Oh, so this takes a little bit a different approach on Rings of Regeneration. Instead of gaining like hit points every minute, or like a vampire regeneration, take hits when you do damage, or get hit points when you do damage. This gives you 12 hit points per day. Good lord, that's a lot. And we have a sword. This is Bink's Sword of Wounding. So I believe, just kind of looking at it, it acts as a regular Sword of Wounding, but you get 1d4 necrotic damage. Ooh, and if you're wounded 3 times, it goes up by a D. It's 1d4, 1d6, 1d8. So the more times you strike and hit, the better. This looks like some druid items. So this is a tree nymph. And it comes with a bunch of stats on the back. And this is Staff of the Elder Tree. And let's see, staff rare, blah blah blah. Ooh, you can wild shape, and it comes with a couple spells, innate. All right, and we have our card, which we'll save for last. But again, a nice maybe second level of a tavern. And we have our we have some other stuff. Good lord. All right. Okay. So let's look at our dice. So we got, I believe these are dice. Got a little bag with some stuff in it. That's what the cop said. All right. Let's see. A little felt bag with a D10 and a D4. Just some nice little extra, kind of speckled dice. You can always use more dice, no matter what anybody says. All right. And we have our 2 adventures. So first we have, let's see, what is this? Setting campaign in the wilds. Let's see. It's time for a long rest. Time for sleep. Time to heal up. It's time to make camp. When adventurers make an overnight stop while out in the world, it doesn't have to be a mundane task. So it looks like these are encounters for your resting period, usually a camping period. So I never really liked those random encounter tables. You're in the woods, roll, whether it's a D20 or a percentile dice. You're a level 3 group. Oh, you ran into a griffin. No mas. And next we have Bink's Curious Goods and Magical Oddities. A colorful old wagon creaks slightly in the wind. Its dark purple awnings cast a shadow over the short ladder that welcomes visitors up to its ornately carved doors. A halfling merchant with half-moon spectacles and a wry smile greets you. Welcome, he says, gesturing to his wagon. If there is something you need, I have it here. Take a look around Bink's Curious Goods and Magical Oddities. So here is El Binkso himself. And it looks like just an encounter of various items. A lot of mundane, carved oak wood boxes, a cat skull adorned with magical symbols, and some not so mundane stuff, a manticore hide armor. That's interesting. And, a special showcase full of various items, like magical items itself, that you might be looking for. That's neat. Another random style encounter. And now I believe that is it. Good lord. Alright. Let's see if we got anything. We have our insert. We have our DC encounter, Bink's Curious Goods. That is by Wayne and Kevin. We have our Setting Camp in the Wilds by Kevin Kofi. We have our art print by Lauren Aline Brown. Our tombstones. Our camping set acrylic tokens. So maybe the tombstones weren't in the last box. Maybe they were just pushed to another box. Maybe that's what it was. I don't remember. Last month was a long time ago. And our so we could have gotten random minis. Let's see. We sourced as many minis as the vendors would allow. So these will be random. Who knows what you'll get? Check the Dungeon Crate Adventures. So check the Dungeon Crate Adventures Guild on the Facebook to see what everybody's got. I'm kind of curious what everybody else got, if not everybody got the same thing. Alright, so that was this month. Dungeon Crate. 2 adventures, a bunch of items, some extra dice, some minis, a nice little art print. Ooh. And even if you're not going to use the art print like this as, an actual art print itself, which you don't have to, this is a good visual. If you have an undersea campaign or some type of campaign, maybe sea elves are coming up on the boat, boom. You have your good guy or bad guy right here as a nice visual. And I believe, alright, so that is it for this month's Dungeon Crate. Let me know what you guys thought about it. I thought it was pretty good, especially for, the times going on. A lot of boxes are either postponing or just throwing junk in a box, which is terrible. But Dungeon Crate had a really nice, well put together box, even with the random minis. So I'm really curious what everybody else got. Always, guys, thanks for watching, and you be awesome.